Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SmackDown from London. As always, I am Tony Styles, your host. We are in for some hardcore action, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Opening up tonight's show is a one-on-one competition, #1 contenders action for the European Championship. Curt Hennig will go one-on-one with William Regal, and we take you to that right now as Curt Hennig is headed to the ring right now to take on one William Regal, the Dirty Rotten Scoundrel. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you all for joining us here at the LSWA. You are a member, therefore you get this story-based content, members only. Of course, if you want to see the public stuff, you can always join us every Sunday, 6:05 on the Superstation, where Legend Series comes live from the Gimmick Factory. Our house show's always televised and live. But right now, you want to see the crowning of a new #1 contender for the European Championship. You're about to see it right now, a dream match of sorts between Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, and William Regal. This is going to be very scientific, so I hope you're ready. I hope if you want to be a pro wrestler, you break out the pen and pad, because these two gentlemen are about to take you to the learning tree right here on SmackDown to represent the WWF brand. As you know, Thunder was fantastic top to bottom, and we apologize for the technical difficulties. You weren't able to get to Thunder, but you were able to see a little bit of this. And I am back now in the booth recalling this show after all the technical difficulties. And let me tell you, I'm excited. And we got William Regal now heading to the ring. William Regal has an opportunity of a lifetime. Get back up on that horse. Become the champion of Europe. Being he is from Blackpool, England. Digging William Regal's new theme song. Although we are working out a deal with NX to bring in the synthwave version of all your favorite WWE and WCW wrestlers. But right now we're using the LSWA copyright-free music, so I hope you enjoy it. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a member. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out with us. Whether it's the pre-roll, the freshly baked props, the play motion videos, and of course now the LSWA Legend Series has a whole lot to offer. That being said, the bell rings and here we go. Hennig and William Regal now locking up. Like I said, this is going to be a very scientific match. And as you can see, it's already starting out of the box. William Regal with a snapmare into a headlock. And now Curt Hennig getting back up, and a beautiful jawbreaker by Curt Hennig. And now Hennig going to try to stay firmly in control. This match can go either way. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't know who to take. I'd probably take the over-under. My heart says William Regal, but my brain says go with the younger of the two, and that would be Curt Hennig. Curt Hennig opting to take that shot in the ass and stay forever young. Same with William Regal. Few other legends took that shot, and now they are here immortalized at the LSWA. Forever young, we call it. And these two gentlemen showing you just that right now with our opening contest. And Mr. Perfect now looks like he's going for a figure four, shades of his mentor, the great Ric Flair, who's in WCW right now. We are being informed and being told that Ric Flair just formed the Four Horsemen with his best friend Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and newest member Rick Rude. That's WCW. Let's stick to SmackDown here, and a fantastic opening contest between William Regal and Curt Hennig. Now Irish whip, throwing Curt Hennig to the apron. And now bringing in Curt Hennig the hard way is William Regal. William Regal's got this London crowd firmly in his palm of his hands. And now dropping a knee across the back of the head of Curt Hennig. That's going to really do a number. Oh, wait a minute. William Regal really hits the Regal Plex. That ought to do it. 1, 2. And I thought William Regal was going to become your new #1 contender. And now William Regal looks like he's trying to put Hennig right in the right position. Maybe go for that Regal stretch. And that's exactly what he's about to do. Go for the Regal stretch here. Hennig might tap. As I told you before, scientifics for sure. An Irish whip by Hennig into a sleeper. Like I said, both of these men, fantastic amateur backgrounds, fantastic. William Regal, known to be a street fighter, will get dirty. Known for the power of the punch, the brass knucks. But Hennig, there's a reason why they call him Mr. Perfect. And here we go, speak of the devil, he's going to hit him with that perfect plex right now. He nails the perfect plex and locks it. This could do it. 1, 2, and William Regal kicks out. William Regal knows how important it is to be the European champion, a representative of Blackpool, England. And a big-time elbow drop by Curt Hennig. Curt Hennig knows what it would also mean to notch up on the resume, adding that European title. So both of these men got their work cut out for them right now, and Hennig advised against going for the top rope. Going for a forearm, but William Regal telegraphs it, and now Irish whip of his own, and they lock up. And a beautiful hip toss by Curt Hennig. And now Curt Hennig really working over the face and head of one William Regal. Goes for a move off the second rope, but misses. William Regal now feeding off this London crowd. Trying to get the better of Curt Hennig. Some would call him the perfect weapon. Others just call him Mr. Perfect. Either way, Hennig is held in high regard here in this WWF locker room. And William Regal now. Fantastic submission work. Now going to put him in that surfboard. He's yanking on the hair of Curt Hennig. Now drops him right on his face and stomps to that lower back. That'll make that Regal stretch more effective, as you know. And now William Regal's got Hennig on the apron, now firing off a shot to the face. And now he's going to go for that back suplex on the apron. No give. And you know that's going to do a thing or two, maybe knock the air out, break a rib or two. And now William Regal with a big-time boot to the face, knocking Curt Hennig virtually out. And now Regal smartly rolling him back in. Regal can just go for a pin here. This could do it. William Regal, a smart veteran, going for a cover here. 1, 2, and Hennig kicks out. Pandemonium here in London. This crowd loves this opening contest here for SmackDown. And Curt Hennig now goes for a bit of reversal. Beautiful neck breaker by William Regal. Signature William Regal right there. 1, 2, and kick out by Hennig again. You got to tip your hat to Hennig. Knowing where he is at all time, the crafty veteran being able to kick out. That's a fantastic move right there by William Regal. Go for a cover again. And Hennig kicks out. Regal now showing visibly frustrated with this ref. William Regal wants to be the #1 contender for CM Punk's European Championship. And now Hennig. Look at Hennig now going for what looks like beautiful reversal into a chop block by William Regal. Now William Regal going for another cover. William Regal just trying to get out of here with a victory too. And Hennig kicks out again. It's going to take more than a chop block to put down Mr. Perfect. But William Regal willing to pay the price here, chopping down Curt Hennig. Big time chop, dropping Mr. Perfect right down to the back. Right down to the mat goes Curt Hennig. And now William Regal going for an elbow drop, nails it. He's got Hennig right where he wants him. Hits the ropes here, beautiful flipping neck breaker. Takes it right out of Mr. Perfect's handbook. And now Curt Hennig going for the ropes here, looking for some help to get back up to his feet. And now William Regal, he's got something planned here. Oh no, beautiful Mr. Perfect telegraphs it with a back elbow. And now Curt Hennig, got an Irish whip. William Regal, beautiful kitchen sink. That is a signature Curt Hennig move right there. Taking the air. And whoa, wait a minute. Finally now going to the top rope, but again advises against it. Smartly not going to the top rope is Curt Hennig. Oh, wait, now it's devolving down to a fight, and Hennig just wallops William Regal, dropping him. Like I said before, Both men no stranger to a fight. And now Hennig working over the lower back of William Regal. And getting back in the ring. Listen, you can win by a countout. But now look at this, Hennig breaking up the count. Oh, wait a minute. Is Hennig going to do something off the top? You're talking a little smack to this London crowd. And a beautiful missile drop kick off the top rope from Curt Hennig. Leveling William Regal. And now he's going to put him to sleep on the outside after he drops the strap to his singlet. Like I said before, you can get the win via countout. But where is the honor in that? And look at this now, Curt Hennig waiting for William Regal to get up. Is he going to hit him with a perfect plex on the outside? I think he is. It's going to be beautiful, perfect plex on the outside, but you can't get the count there. Hennig might have William Regal right where he wants him. All you got to do is get him back in the ring, and he smartly does. All he's got to do is go for that cover. And I'm afraid this might do it right here. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. There's your new #1 contender, Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. He will head on a Backlash to take on CM Punk for the European Championship in yet another dream match. Fantastic opening contest to start SmackDown here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I am your host, Tony Styles. What a contest. Curt Hennig proving again that he is, quite frankly, perfect. Pitching a shutout and beating William Regal, who is no slouch, and will be back in line for a European Championship title opportunity. That much I can promise you. Thank you, as always, for joining us here at the LSWA, the Membership on Legends series. We got a lot coming at you for SmackDown here. Okay, and Stone Cold Steve Austin just wanted us to let us know that we are #1. And here we go, back to the action. Stone Cold Steve Austin just gave us the middle finger. He will be in the main event tonight with BX Medic in a tag team competition against Tone Bone and Don Curvin. But right now, getting a rematch from last week, Lunchbox Killa wants to run it back with Neekotronus, who happened to score a victory on him last week on Monday Night Raw, or Raw is War. But here he comes, Neekotronus. The stereotypical or prototypical pro wrestler. He's got the build, he's got the size, and he finds himself vying for an Intercontinental opportunity, an Intercontinental Championship opportunity, against Curt Angle at Backlash. Curt Angle was very impressed with this young man when he answered the challenge of Lunchbox Killa. Lunchbox Killa, of course, former UFC champion, coming over here from the Lions Den, Ken Shamrock's school. Curt Angle and very impressed with Neekotronus being able to not only stand toe-to-toe with Lunchbox Killa, but get a victory. So Curt Angle said, if you can do it twice, I will definitely give you a shot. But if not, maybe Lunchbox Killa will be in line. We'll find out tonight at this rematch, because here comes Lunchbox Killa. And he is ready for an opportunity, wants to run it back, he said. He said Nico got the best of him, put out an open challenge last week. Nico answered it, and Nico pulled out an upset victory over Lunchbox. But now, Lunchbox Killa is aware of his opponent, and we're about to see if Lunchbox Killa can go one-on-one with Neekotronus and pull out a victory, as he was unsuccessful last week. Lunchbox Killa trained with Ken Shamrock at the Lions Den. Knows Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Karate, Taekwondo, boxing, and of course, amateur shoot wrestling. He brings with him a fantastic UFC record, but wants to conquer the squared circle, he said. A beautiful opening contest right there. Lunchbox Killa going for it all right there. Could be it. 1, 2, and Neekotronus almost went home very early, embarrassed, and Lunchbox Killa very smartly staying on top of him. Ken Shamrock this morning or this afternoon out here in the ring with Lunchbox Killa working over a strategy. Ken Shamrock told him, you got to stay on top of guys like Neekotronus. He's much bigger than you. And beautiful monkey flip move by Lunchbox Killa, doing exactly what Ken Shamrock told him to do today. Staying on top of Neekotronus. and kicks Nico right in the face, and a beautiful double axe handle drops the big fella. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count. Lunchbox Killa now starting to get a little frustrated. Beautiful jump up, rocker fish drop, or $1 million fish drop onto the face of Neekotronus, and now Lunchbox Killa going to the top rope here. Beautiful splash by Lunchbox Killa. He might have Nico right where he wants him here. Hitting the ropes, and a beautiful flipping neck breaker. Go for it all, Lunchbox. You got this guy right where you want him. And now mounting him in the mount position now. Gonna start firing fists, hammer fisting. Neekotronus. Nico has no answer for Lunchbox Killa right now. Lunchbox Killa needed the face. Lunchbox using his variety of strikes that he learned there at the Lion's Den. And a beautiful Mafia kick to the face of Neekotronus, with now followed up on a back elbow to the swallow of the back. And now Lunchbox going to the ropes, but Nico smartly rolling out, but Lunchbox staying right on top of him, listening to the advice given to him by Ken Shamrock. And a beautiful belly to belly by Neekotronus. Lunchbox, that could be it. 1, 2, and Nico kicks out. Surprisingly, Neekotronus showing some serious testicular fortitude. And now reversing the flurry. Oh, and a little beautiful kick of his own. Nico now beautiful spinning back elbow by Lunchbox Killa. Lunchbox won't let Nico get anything. He won't let him get his wits about him now. He's telling him to get up. And a beautiful double axe handle off the top rope by Lunchbox Killa. This young man has Neekotronus right where he wants him. And now look at the power being displayed by Lunchbox Killa. Beautiful sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2, and Neekotronus kicks out again. Lunchbox Killa has no idea what to do to keep Nico down. Nico could potentially just have another monkey flip by Lunchbox Killa now, just playing with his food. And now he's going to lock him up in a leg lock. Going to work down the big tree, make sure that Nico can't walk, but Nico reverses it. Nico obviously has the size advantage here. Beautiful move by Neekotronus, putting down Lunchbox Killa. Here we go, 1, 2, and Lunchbox Killa kicks out. Fantastic contest here on SmackDown. Oh, wait a minute now. Nico going for a big time choke slam right. Oh, lays out Lunchbox Killa. This could do it. 1, 2, and Lunchbox Killa kicks out. Fantastic action here on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the Members Only Legends Series channel. And beautiful splash by Neekotronus. This is the kind of action you can expect when you're a member here at the Legends Series channel. And Nico now working over Lunchbox. These two men know each other very well, apparently. I didn't know these two men telegraphed each other. Might have went home and did their homework before they came to London, and now Nico stomping out Lunchbox Killa. And now look at this. Neekotronus displaying power and using it to his advantage to put Lunchbox into a submission hold. And look at this now, playing with his food. It's his turn now. Just attacking Neekotronus, just attacking Lunchbox Killa. Lunchbox Killa was firmly in control. You think maybe he should have went for the cover when he had the opportunity. And now beautiful Mafia kick by Neekotronus, who screams at this London crowd and is now setting up for something. And I think he's going for another choke slam here, and he puts him down. Could this do it? This could do it right here. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Neekotronus does it again to Lunchbox Killa. Can't get the job done. Ken Shamrock's going to be very upset. Lunchbox Killa had a few opportunities to go for a cover and didn't. Wanted to put more boots and more attacks to Neekotronus, and Nico basically played possum, took his attacks, and was able to outlast Lunchbox, and now officially earns himself a #1 contender shot against Kurt Angle here at Backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We got plenty more to come here on SmackDown, so please stay tuned. I am Tony Styles, of course. Thank you so much for joining the Legend Series membership. We appreciate you all for hanging out with us. But let's get back to the action right now. Oh, you know that music. That means one thing. Everyone's favorite storyteller, Estelle. She's here and she doesn't look too happy even though she's dancing. She still is not too happy with one Sugarfoot the Violator. Everybody knows that Sugarfoot the Violator as of late, her romantic eye has fallen onto Estelle's on again, off again boyfriend, Paulie Pepperjack. So Estelle is in action tonight. But I am told that she has had some words for one Sugarfoot the Violator, even though Sugarfoot is in action on Thunder. But I don't know if Estelle's going to grab the mic or not, but you can see the scowl on her face. She doesn't seem too happy, even though she's going through the motions with her entrance right now. There she is, getting up to the top row, the second rope. This London crowd loves Estelle, loves the story she tells. Everybody's wearing an Estelle shirt. Estelle's merch, the highest merch seller here at the LSWA. Of course, we have merch right there below. If you go to the Legend Series spread shop, you'll see Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. She does have the mic.
Look at us here, another week, another match. Let me tell you something, Sugarfoot. Don't think I forgot about your hairy ass. I know you're up to the boys only got eyes for me. I don't care what you think you got on him. It doesn't matter. He's all mine. Now, bring out this other big bitch so I can show Sugarfoot how things get done in my ring ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown continues. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And out comes Sugarfoot. Out comes Estelle's opponent, Rhea Ripley. She said she wanted someone who comparatively would be size comparison to one Sugarfoot the Violator. And this is the best we could come up with. The question is, can Estelle get it done? Rhea Ripley wants to earn herself a spot here on the LSWA roster. She's going to have to beat Estelle. But this London crowd loves her. We'll see what happens when she goes one-on-one with an angry Estelle. Estelle, as you heard, not happy with Sugarfoot the Violator. Wants a shot at Sugarfoot. Wants to put Sugarfoot in her place and wants to keep her hands off her man. A story as old as time, the love triangle, we've all seen it before. The question is, can Estelle put someone down as big as Sugarfoot? Sugarfoot, of course, 7 foot, 300 plus pounds. I mean, she's got a work cut out with her tonight with Rhea Ripley, so you can only imagine when she crossed paths with the Violator. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, right here on SmackDown. We got a lot of action here, a lot of competition for you. I am impressed with the chutzpah of Estelle as of late, to not be afraid of a Sasquatch. Most men are afraid of this Sasquatch. Most of the men in the locker room, they steer clear when they see Sugarfoot, especially if there's a dry creek bed lying near. No one wants to cross Sugarfoot. And Rhea Ripley comes flying out of the box with a clothesline to Estelle. Estelle, I'll tell you right now, her mind isn't on this match. It's on Sugarfoot. It needs to be here right now. She will find herself on the wrong side of a loss if she can't get the job done. But Estelle now, oh look at this, Estelle now displaying power here. Tossing Rhea Ripley down. And Estelle getting fired up here now with a big time bear hug. Trying to show everybody that it doesn't matter how big you are, she'll hug you, she'll squeeze the life right out of you like she does Paulie. And Rhea now fires a shot off. Well, wait a minute now. Beautiful reversal by Estelle into a clothesline. Estelle now going for a quick win. Wants to head over to WCW 1. And a kick out by Rhea Ripley. Estelle visibly angry right now at the referee. As Estelle now just fires closed fist. That's illegal. And wait a minute here. Estelle displaying absolute power now. Trying to do a shoulder breaker, but Rhea Ripley breaking out of it. Estelle confused. And a big time shot there to the abs of Rhea Ripley. Now going for a big time body slam. Michinoku driver style. Putting down Estelle. Estelle obviously confused. Obviously not focused here on this match tonight. Wants Sugarfoot the Violator. As Rhea Ripley now puts a giant abdominal stretch, but a beautiful reversal by Estelle. Hip toss now hits the ropes. Estelle, big time elbow drop. Rhea Ripley now rolling to the outside, smartly getting some breathing room. But Estelle right on top of Rhea. Now look at the power being displayed by Estelle, showing Sugarfoot that that's what she's got coming to her. And now stomping down Rhea Ripley. Sugarfoot, I'm sure, is watching this very closely right now as Estelle firmly in control right here on SmackDown. We got plenty more competition coming at you right now. But right now, Estelle firmly in control here. Look at this big time body slam by Estelle, showing the power game. And Rhea reversal. And now here Rhea now big time body slam, showing the power game of her own. And now going for what looks like a big time submission. Trying to get Estelle to tap. Does Estelle gonna tap? Will Estelle tap here? Will Estelle? No, Estelle does not tap. Estelle still has some stuff left in the tank, but right now has to be fully worried that she might now, big time knee to the face by Rhea Ripley, putting Estelle down and going to the top rope. And a frog splash by Rhea Ripley here. This could do it. 1, 2, and Estelle gets the loss. Rhea, welcome to LSWA. Obviously not focused on tonight. Estelle focused on Sugarfoot, who's not here right now. She's at WCW. She's going to be in a big-time WCW #1 Contenders women's match. But Sugarfoot really angry with Estelle, really angry at Sugarfoot and not paying attention to her match with Rhea Ripley, who gets the W here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Mike Owens for supplying a lot of the music. The song right here that Rhea Ripley came out to, supplied by none other than Mike Owens. So if you're not following him yet, head on over to his YouTube, please, and give this young man a subscribe and like some of his videos. Oh, wait a minute, Estelle.
I guess you can't win them all. Nice job, Ripley. I'll give you credit there. But my eyes are on you, Sugarfoot. And I'm coming for your ass. I know you're at Thunder in a 6-way match. And I'm in the car right now on my way. I swear this is far from done, you hairy bitch.
Oh, you heard that? Like I said, not focused at all on her match tonight. Heading to WCW to give Sugarfoot a piece of her mind is Estelle. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on here. But I, as of course, Tony Styles, thank you so much for joining us here at the LSWA Legend Series members only. Estelle and Sugarfoot will have a one-on-one. That much I can promise you. But coming up next, SmackDown continues. That's what comes up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back from break, and J Gonzo's on his way to the ring with a microphone. J Gonzo on a tour of respect, he calls it. Said he's going to earn the respect of all the legends here at the WWF. He started with William Regal last week. This week, let's see who he's got.
I told myself when I came here that I would earn the respect of every legend that works in the WWF. And I'm going to continue that momentum tonight with the People's Champion.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, J Gonzo calls The Rock out, and The Rock happily obliges. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Hennig for allowing us to use the WWE version of The Rock's theme, this beautiful synthwave version. Ladies and gentlemen, head on over to Hennig. You can find the link in the description below if you want. If you like this music, we'll be bringing in every little bit now all the legends, their actual theme songs, courtesy of Hennig. Thank you so much for supplying the music along with Mike Owens. You guys are the real heroes here. But The Rock is on his way to take on J Gonzo. J Gonzo wants to show everybody here at the WWE that he knows what respect is all about. And he is going to earn it the hard way by going one-on-one with the great one, with the People's Champion, The Rock. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, The Rock, not going to take this lightly, I'll tell you that right now. The Rock is friends with J Gonzo. The Rock has told J Gonzo, if you want to earn The Rock's respect, you do it in the ring, you do it between the ropes. And J Gonzo said, you know what? Then let's do it. J Gonzo hit the ring, called out The Rock, so to speak, and The Rock answered. And here we go, we're getting an impromptu one-on-one competition between The Rock and J Gonzo for an absolute show of respect. And let me tell you something, this commentator cannot be happy. He's going to call this match right now. I'm excited for this one as The Rock and J Gonzo go one-on-one. I mean, listen, if J Gonzo can beat The Rock, then J Gonzo's got to be at least on a short list for a title opportunity at Bret the Hitman Hart. And now J Gonzo is getting it put to him by The Rock right now. Oh, beautiful reversal by J Gonzo. And now J Gonzo attacks The Rock. Now, as you know, this ain't going to be too scientific. If you want to beat The Rock, you're going to have to do it mano-a-mano in a fist fight. And I think J Gonzo is fully aware of that as he's already staying on top of the People's Champion here. Oh, and The Rock with a beautiful reversal, playing a little bit of possum here. And now The Rock comes back. Attacking now J Gonzo here. And then, oh, well, look at this. He's mounted J Gonzo now with a beautiful flurry of punches. And now he's stomping down J Gonzo, dropping down an elbow. You got to ask yourself a question. Can The Rock nail The Rock bottom in People's elbow? Beautiful clothesline over the top rope. J Gonzo knocking The Rock to the outside. And J Gonzo lands a beautiful splash to the outside by The Rock. Ladies and gentlemen, right here on SmackDown, J Gonzo might not only earn the respect of The Rock, but he might earn the respect of this entire London crowd. Taking it to the People's Champ right here on the outside and now tossing The Rock back in the ring. As I said before, Gonzo knows what he's going to have to do to get it done. Going for a pin here smartly. 1, 2. And J Gonzo almost beats the People's Champion. Right here on SmackDown. And well, attitude adjustment. This could do it right here. This could do it. 1, 2. And The Rock kicks out again. J Gonzo almost got the job done against the People's Champion. As I said before, Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, they have to be watching this very closely. And if J Gonzo can get a W on the People's Champ, that has to lead to a potential shot at at least the Intercontinental Championship. And Gonzo here firmly in control of The Rock. The Rock has no idea where he is, and a kick to the face. And a beautiful DDT off the second rope by J Gonzo. Gonzo go for a cover here. You got The Rock right where you want him, and now Gonzo going for the STF. Gonzo's got him in the STF, but the ref now. The ref's got to make sure The Rock is going to submit. Will The Rock submit? And The Rock doesn't look like he's submitted. But J Gonzo now smartly staying on The Rock. Beautiful Mafia kick by J Gonzo as The Rock now climbs to the ropes to get some help. To help himself up, and now J Gonzo attacks The Rock in the corner here. 1, 2. And The Rock kicks out. J Gonzo now shocked, visibly frustrated here by the ref. And wait a minute now, Gonzo played to the crowd. Oh, but The Rock telegraphs it. Nobody knows. Panting to the crowd like The Rock. And The Rock trying to go for that float over DDT, but Gonzo has it telegraphed. Gonzo now a huge fan of The Rock, so has all his moves telegraphed. Beautiful gut wrench power bomb by J Gonzo, displaying some serious power here. And now Gonzo calling The Rock up to his feet. And The Rock, a beautiful shoulder tackle, puts the People's Champ right down back to the mat. Oh, Gonzo's got to do. Wait a minute now, Gonzo going back to the top rope here. Well, rather the second rope. Is he going to go for another shoulder tackle on The Rock? And now goes for another big time DDT. This could do it. This could do it. Now, wait a minute. Gonzo's got The Rock right where he wants him. Gonzo's going to put The Rock up here in the attitude adjustment. The Rock now reversing the attitude adjustment. The Rock now elbows to J Gonzo's face. Now putting J Gonzo down, going for a Mahishro cradle here. Here we go. 1, 2. And Gonzo kicks out. Fantastic competition here on SmackDown. Gonzo now attacking Rock. But the Rock now reverses it into a gun. Oh, wait a minute now. J Gonzo here into a beautiful Blue Thunder bomb. Drops the Rock down to the mat. And now J Gonzo going to the top rope here. And now J Gonzo went for it all, but missed it. The Rock now back in control. The Rock now can win it all right now. J Gonzo might be on Dream Street. And the Rock now beautiful suplex. Gonzo went for it off the top rope. Unfortunately missing it as the Rock saw it coming. And the Rock now putting J Gonzo into the sharpshooter. Shades of the Hitman Bret Hart, our current WWE champion. And Gonzo could tap. Is Gonzo going to tap? No, Gonzo's not going to tap. Gonzo now beautiful reversal, kicking the Rock right off. Leg power displayed by Gonzo. Irish whip reversal to the Rock. Now Rock, but Gonzo locking it up onto the ropes, making sure the Rock doesn't get the best of him. And now Gonzo, Irish whip drop down. And a beautiful shoulder tackle by Gonzo. Gonzo now rolls the Rock out to the outside. This match has been fantastic. Gonzo has absolutely earned the respect of this commentator. I don't know about the Rock, but beautiful power now displayed. Gut wrench power bomb on the outside. The Rock, I don't think the Rock signed up for this. Got a lot more than he bargained for out of J Gonzo here. Gonzo wants to earn the respect of not only The Rock, but this entire London crowd and that entire locker room in the back. And I think he's doing just that tonight on SmackDown. And now The Rock back into the ring by Gonzo. Gonzo, you gotta go for a pin here. Gonzo now going back to the top rope. Gonzo gonna go for it all here. Gonzo. But wait a minute, The Rock caught him. Alley-oop, The Rock dropped Gonzo. I think Gonzo's busted wide open. Fell wrong on that mat here. Wait a minute. Run. And Gonzo kicks out, tastes his own blood. Gonzo now firing back up. But really, that alley-oop took a toll out of him. Now, wait a minute. Gonzo now trying to go for Gonzo. Got him here. Could this do it right here? Attitude adjustment. Beautiful attitude adjustment. And look at this. J Gonzo's not done with The Rock. This could do it right here, J Gonzo. Gonzo is another one. This could do it right here. He could be the People's Champ. 1, 2, and The Rock kicks out again. J Gonzo shocked and frustrated all at the same time, attacking The Rock. And now look at this. Sportsmanship be damned. Close fists and all. J Gonzo attacks The Rock and now busts The Rock wide open with a forearm to the face. Gonzo now attacking The Rock with a kick to the back of the head. There is absolute pandemonium here in London. This crowd loves what's going on between these two gladiators. Gonzo now got this London crowd fired up. The Rock getting back up slowly. Doesn't have no idea where he is. Gonzo advised against the long dive. And The Rock, wait a minute, playing possum, tosses Gonzo over in a beautiful judo hip toss. Now Gonzo, wait a minute, The Rock in the rock bottom. Rock bottom on J Gonzo, now going for it all here, wait a minute. 1, 2, and Gonzo kicks out of the rock bottom. The Rock can't believe it, he's in utter disbelief. And Gonzo climbing to the ropes. And The Rock now attacks J Gonzo in the corner, and J Gonzo now reverses it. Gonzo now going in, the two men collide. Off the ropes now, J Gonzo. Shoulder tackle 1. Another shoulder tackle by J Gonzo. J Gonzo now going for it all. Blue Thunder bomb. Yes, you got it, mama. Boom. He leveled at The Rock. He's going to go for that attitude adjustment. But The Rock, wait a minute, he's going to take him to the corner here. And The Rock now reverses. Throws Gonzo into the corner. Gonzo had him right where he wanted him. And wait a minute, The Rock clothesline into the corner, puts Gonzo down. And Gonzo he's in a bad way here. The Rock now going to the second rope. The Rock drops an elbow across the abdomen of J Gonzo. Now wait a minute. The Rock's gonna slap on that patented sharpshooter yet again. Could this do it? He's beat up J Gonzo enough. J Gonzo might tap here. The Rock's got him in the sharpshooter. Could this, as he did, he tapped. The Rock is your winner here tonight. What a contest. Ladies and gentlemen, J Gonzo has nothing to be ashamed of. Look at The Rock here now, exchanges some words, and The Rock puts his hands out, and J Gonzo shakes it. Damn it, that is the kind of match you want to see here on SmackDown. The Rock fully respects J Gonzo, and so do I. J Gonzo has fully earned the respect of the LSWA locker room. I can firmly say that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more coming at you. But next is a new match. The Soul Sisters. Oh, wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, go find Mikey JMK Customers. If you don't, there'll be a link in the description below. Just hit it and give this young man a follow. And we're back from break. The Soul Sisters came out and graced us with our presence. They'll be taking on Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane here tonight on SmackDown in a rematch from last week. Where it ended in a count-out. We're not going to have count-outs here at the LSWA. We want decisive wins. That is how we mark them down in our record books. No one wants the win of a count-out here. Kind of a cheap way to win. But we're about to find out right now. Who wants this victory more? The Soul Sisters, Kairi Sane, or Liv Morgan. Kitsune and Virgo Cool recently told this commentator, this journalist, that even though they are a tag team, they will be in singles competition at LSWA because they do want a shot at the Women's Championship. Currently the only women's title that they can vie for here in LSWA, but I am being told that might be changing soon, as we might be bringing in more belts. But Kitsune and Virgo Cool, very good friends. They called the Soul Sisters. So every now and again, they got to get together and kick some ass. And right now, they are tasked with the ass whooping of one Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane. Right here on SmackDown. Everybody knows that Kitsune is the beau of Tone Bone, who is also in action tonight in your main event, as he and Don Curvin, the pre-roll crew, take on Stone Cold and BX Medic. Tone Bone says the pre-roll crew is right now him and Don Curvin and Kitsune, but it is going to grow in the future. That much you can believe. So we don't know who he's talking about. But Tone Bone tends to talk crazy when anytime he is allowed some time here at the LSWA. Still to come, J1 and Artie Bucco pick each other's opponents as they will go on to Backlash in a last man standing match to finally put an exclamation point on what has been one of the longest feuds here at the LSWA. But right now, we got Kitsune and Liv Morgan to start off this tag team competition. Kitsune firing hot out of the box with a beautiful reverse Rana. She wants to get out of here early, go home. Go to the locker room, try to calm down Tone Bone, which right now I can tell you he is fired up because he's got a main event match still to come. And now look at this beautiful tag team maneuver. Beautiful tall torpedo shoulder tackle by the Soul Sisters. Virgo Cool now in the ring. And now Virgo drops down Kitsune. Kairi Sane. And Kairi Sane now puts Virgo Cool down the outside. Now Liv Morgan attacks Kitsune. What the hell is going on, ref? Get some order here. This is absolute bedlam here at SmackDown right now. And Liv Morgan staying on top of Virgo Cool. Virgo now might be in a bad way as Liv has cut the ring off in half, keeping Virgo on her side of the ring with her and Kairi. And now Liv going to the top rope. Virgo in Dream Street. Beautiful splash here. Here we go. This could do it now. Kitsune in the ring to break it up. And Kitsune smartly breaks it up. I don't think Virgo had enough in her to kick out. Might have gotten all the wind knocked out of her. And a drop kick by Liv Morgan. When you get kicked right to the lungs like that, it's very hard to catch your breath. And now Liv Morgan picking her up. And a step up and Sagiri kicks Virgo Cool right in the dome. Gonna send it to Concussion City. And now Virgo, look at that! Flying forearm. Virgo Cool trying to stay cool. as she Irish whips Liv Morgan into her corner. Are we going to see another tag team maneuver? Yes, we are. In comes Kitsune. As they Irish whip Liv Morgan off the ropes here. Big time back body drop. Sets Liv Morgan high in the air and back down to the mat. And she is rolling out to get a break. Oh, man, look at Kitsune. Kitsune puts safety on the back burner, goes for a big-time plancha over the rope onto Liv Morgan, and now attack her on the outside. Kitsune fired up here in London, wants the dub. And now Liv Morgan just trying to do whatever she can to keep this crazy fox off her, dropping her down to the mat. And Kitsune might have banged her head off the apron. Oh, Jesus! Codebreaker, I'm sorry, the commentator's table I meant. Now Kitsune on Dream Street. Liv just trying to buy some time here. Trying to get away from Kitsune. Kitsune now goes by many names, but a lot of them call her the Crazy Fox because she will scratch your eyes right out. And Liv now trying to mount an offense onto Kitsune, but she can't. Kitsune reverses it now, picks her up onto her shoulders. Beautiful. Beautiful lung blower, ab breaker, and in comes Kairi Sane, has to get the tag, but now Kitsune, the Crazy Fox, stay right on top of Kairi Sane. Look at this, Kitsune staying on Liv Morgan even though she's not the legal person, gonna drop Liv Morgan, and Kairi Sane accidentally falls on her tag team partner. Beautiful standing shooting star press by Kitsune. 1, 2, and Kairi Sane kicks out. Ladies and gentlemen, you're joining us here at the LSWA Friday Night SmackDown. We appreciate you. We apologize for technical difficulties when these were live, but now going forward, they will be members only. Kairi Sane now working over Kitsune into the corner here. Now going to work over the arm. Where's the ref? Break that up. Kitsune now in a bad way with Kairi Sane. And now, wait a minute, gonna toss Kitsune, shoulder first into the post. That'll mess it up. A ligament is possibly break your collarbone, and drops Kitsune right out of the corner. Can't even catch her breath. 1, 2, and Virgo. Thank God broke that up. Kitsune might have not had enough, and now look at that. Liv trying to attack Kitsune, but Kitsune putting the kibosh on that, but not enough. The distraction worked. As Kairi attacks, Kitsune now drops her with a neck breaker. Kitsune better get a tag to Virgo if she knows what's best for splash by Kairi Sane off the second rope. Now tags back in Liv Morgan. Kitsune's in a lot of trouble here, right here on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the members only. And beautiful jawbreaker. Kitsune now trying to get enough time. Beautiful reversal. But Liv Morgan now reversing. Punching Kitsune into the abs, but now, oh no, wait a minute. Head scissor by Liv Morgan, gonna spin around and drop Kitsune. Kitsune now, not where you want to be, what we would call the proverbial no man's land. Oh no, Jesus! Crucifix bomb, 1! And Kitsune kicks out at 1. Everybody knows that Kitsune, oh, whoa, beautiful Asai moonsault by Kairi Sane. 1, 2, and Kitsune kicks out. As I said before, sometimes people say Kitsune has more guts than brains. Oh, look at that beautiful reversal by Kitsune. She will fight to the bitter end. She will not care. And here she goes, firing shots off to the abdomen of Kairi Sane. Now got right in the corner. Kitsune now into the enemy territory. Does not care, goes to the top rope here. And now Kitsune, what's she going for? Is she going to go for that bulldog? Nails the bulldog on Kairi Sane. Kitsune now going for a big time cover here. 1, 2, and Kairi Sane kicks out. Kitsune can't believe it. Frustration starting to settle in on the part of the Soul Sisters. And a beautiful X Factor by Kitsune. Kitsune now walking over, is going to tag in Virgo Cool. In comes Virgo Cool now. Virgo now, wait a minute. Tosses Kairi Sane into the corner here. And wait a minute. Tags back in Kitsune. Great tag team work by this tag team, the Soul Sisters. Even though they just formed a tag team not too long ago, They really display great tag team. Look at the beautiful sliced bread by Kitsune. Let me tell you something, the offensive maneuvers by Kitsune every week tend to impress me here at the Eagle's Nest. And please don't tell Tonebone I said that. He'll come right up here and punch my lights out. And now Kitsune tossing Kairi Sane in the corner, tagging in. Virgo Cool, are they going to go for their finishing maneuver? Total elimination. They nail total elimination right then and there. And now Kitsune out. Virgo. Oh, wait a minute. Goes for it all, but misses it. Slipped on the ropes. And wait a minute now. Oh, got to attack Liv Morgan, but it backfired. As now, wait a minute. Kairi Sane now getting the best of Liv Morgan. That was enough distraction to get Kairi Sane up in a collision with the ref. And a spear by Kairi Sane. Will this do it right here? Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan now bump into each other. They aren't a tag team, so they're now screaming at each other. Wait a minute, that was the distraction that Virgo needed. But Kairi Sane dives. And now Kitsune slides a sledgehammer into the ring here as the ref now yelling at Kitsune to stop throwing weapons. Like I told you before, she is a crazy fox. She don't give a shit. And now doing it again, she tosses now a kendo stick into the ring. And wait a minute now here. Head scissor by Virgo Cool. Now Virgo drops Kairi Sane. And now referee Mike Chioda yelling at Kitsune. And here we go now, Kitsune coming back into the ring here. Big time kick to the abdomen. And now look at this. Virgo Cool knocks out Kairi Sane with a barrage of kicks here. And look at that spinning DDT, but in doing so takes out the ref. Like I told you, the crazy fox strikes again. And is now going to work over Kairi Sane as Virgo Cool knocks off Liv Morgan. And now, wait a minute. Virgo now puts down Kairi Sane as Kitsune now goes to the second rope, calling for Kairi Sane to get up. As you can see, the welts and bruise. Beautiful Meteora by Kitsune. Kitsune now calling this play into the crowd, getting this London crowd into it. Firing up this London crowd. As Kairi Sane might not have nothing left in the tank. And beautiful maneuver by Kitsune now puts down Kairi Sane. And now attacks Liv Morgan that puts her down off the apron. This could do it now. Kitsune going for it all. Kitsune goes for it all. 1, 2. And Kitsune gets the decisive victory over Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan. Fantastic tag team action here on SmackDown. The Soul Sisters get the big time dub right here on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, last week they won via countout. This week they proved to Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan that it wasn't a fluke. I knew it wasn't a fluke last week, and that damn sure was proven right tonight. As Kitsune gets a big-time victory over Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan. Like I said before, these two young ladies a tag team, but they will be in singles competition down the road.
I can't believe I have to fight this animal Stone Cold again. This is getting ridiculous. But you know what, big man? I ain't gonna let it get me down. You know why? Because we're gonna claim our W tonight. I will rid myself of the Texas Rattlesnake, and you will cleanse yourself of this pathetic medic, and we will move on to bigger and brighter things, because I have one goal here, and that is to become the champion, and I know you have that same goal, and one day we'll cross that bridge, but until then, you know the deal. I claim the mountaintop first, so let's get this dub and move on to bigger and brighter things. What do you say, big fella? It'll be like taking candy from a baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Tone Bone, the absolute scum of the earth here in the WWE or the LSWA. In the main event tonight with Don Curvin, the Beast, the Puerto Rican Bulldozer. But right now, J1 heads to the ring. J1s and Artie Bucco got to pick each other's opponents. And we don't know who he picked. We don't know who each other picked. But J1 says, screw it, I'll come out and do it first. What do you got? And J1's cracking open the proverbial cold one and putting it down. And it's not proverbial, it's literal. Smashing it over his head. J1's getting fired up here and firing up this London crowd. As you can hear, the sea of humanity go bananas for J1's. Well, the hardest of the hardcore here at the LSWA has gone to war with the Sandman, has gone to war with guys like Sabu, who, by the way, just recently is in negotiations. I know currently Sabu is in WCW, but he's in current negotiations to come back over here to the WWE or WWF to join his tag team partner, Rob Van Dam, the whole effing show, to shake up this tag team division. We'll see how that goes as the weeks come. But right now, J1's has no idea who he's going to take on. It could be the Sandman. It could be Sabu. It could be anybody. It could be the Human Suplex Machine Taz. I'm being told that there's a couple of free agents that are in talks to come into the WWF. Sandman, Shane Douglas, Chris Candido, and of course the Beast from the East, the Bam Bam Bigelow might be coming here. Nobody knows right now what's going on. But I'm going to tell you this commentator is excited for the future of the LSWA. And this match right now, J1's, we don't know who he's going to fight. But I can guarantee you this, whoever heads to the ring to take on J1's, they got their work cut out for them. It doesn't matter if you're a fighter, it doesn't matter if you're a wrestler, it doesn't matter if you're a power guy. When you get in the ring with J1's, you're gonna bang. And J1's, I can almost guarantee you, hits harder, for sure. But right now, we don't know who he's gonna face. It could be anybody. Artie Bucco had the pick of the litter list, so let's see who he picked for J1's. Ladies and gentlemen, picks the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
And his opponent.
Holy crap, as you know, J1's cannot stand the Heartbreak Kid. Nobody knows why, nobody understands why. But Artie Bucco trying to get into the head of one J1's. And here comes the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. He's got a big-time opportunity at Backlash, goes one-on-one with Bret the Hitman Hart for the WWF Championship, the most coveted prize here at the LSWA. But Shawn Michaels goes one-on-one with the resident extremist, J1's, right here on SmackDown. Now let me tell you something. Shawn Michaels may be considered one of the greatest of all time. I know he's on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores. But tonight, J1's takes a chisel to that Mount Rushmore, and he might rearrange the face of Shawn Michaels. We'll see right now. This commentator could not be more excited for what's about to come. The bell rings. Right now, here we go, action. Shawn Michaels right out of the box with the Luthes press. Punching J1's right in the face. He knows what kind of guy J1's is, and a beautiful springboard moonsault, but J1's moves out of the way. And now J1's gonna start to use his barrage of unorthodox attacks on Shawn Michaels. And now, whoa, wait a minute, Shawn Michaels, beautiful back elbow onto J1's. And now Shawn Michaels gonna work over J1's here with a beautiful head scissor. And now J1's reverses right out of it. If I'm gonna go power game here, I'm gonna give it to J1's, but Shawn Michaels has the athleticism. Beautiful Rana maneuver by the Heartbreak Kid. And now he goes to the top rope. Shawn Michaels also took that serum that kept him forever young. Here he is at the LSWA, right there in the meaty part of his career, 1996-97. And now getting a little arrogant with J1's here. I wouldn't do that, Shawn, if I were you. And J1's now fires off a clothesline, leveling Shawn Michaels. As always, we want to appreciate you guys for joining the membership. Ladies and gentlemen, you get this story-based content every week. On Fridays, you'll be getting Thunder and SmackDown. On Mondays, you'll be getting Monday Night Raw and Nitro. Of course, for the public every Sunday, 6:05. Although we are in talks to be switching it to Saturday at 6:05. We're going to take a poll this weekend on the Superstation to see if you guys like it on Saturday. We will see. But right now, J1's going to the top rope. Got Shawn Michaels in no man's land. Beautiful superplex by J1's. As I said before, you can see this action publicly, 6:05 on the weekends. Sunday Evening Slam, live from the Gimmick Factory, when the blurred lines of the brands meet up. Oh, beautiful power bomb by J1's. 1, 2, and Shawn Michaels kicks out. I'm surprised Shawn had enough in him to kick out of that power bomb. And now J1's calling for Shawn Michaels to get up with a drop kick over the top rope. Now go for another cover here. 1, 2, and Shawn Michaels kicks out again. Shawn Michaels in the best shape of his life, training his ass off, as he said, to become beautiful back elbow by Shawn Michaels, trying to become the World Wrestling Federation champion for a third time. And now Shawn, a fifth time. And now Shawn Michaels, beautiful back suplex, drops J1's right on his head to the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, this SmackDown has been fantastic from top to bottom. Flying forearm nip up, classic Shawn Michaels. He's going for that sweet chin music. He's going for it. He levels J1's. Not only that, busted Shawn Michaels. Busted J1's open with the sweet chin music. I apologize. And now Shawn Michaels is in firm control of J1's. All he's got to do is go for the cover here. And it's going to be it. J1's is done right here. Here we go. 1, 2. And J1's kicks out of the sweet chin music. Beautiful. J1's showing his testicular fortitude. And now Shawn Michaels smartly staying on top of the hardcore extremist J1's. And now J1's hammer fisting Shawn Michaels' pretty face. As I said before, J1's will rearrange Shawn Michaels' face, no questions asked. And Shawn Michaels kicks out purely on instinct now, jabbing J1's, just trying to keep J1's as far away from him as possible. Beautiful power slam by Shawn Michaels, going for a cover here. 1, 2, and J1's kicks out. J1's drank a little bit of that liquid courage before the match. Now, wait a minute, Shawn Michaels tuning up the band here. Shawn Michaels tuning up the band. Sweet chin music, that's gotta do it. That's gotta do it right there. 1, 2, and J1's kicks out again of the sweet chin music. Shawn Michaels can't believe it. And now Shawn going back to the top rope here. Shawn might be hitting that signature elbow drop, rock or fist drop right on to J1's face. And now J1's jawbreaker. J1's tasting that blood along with that liquid courage. Now going for a small package here. Perfect maneuver here. 1. And Shawn Michaels kicks out at 1. And J1 smartly stays on top of the Heartbreak Kid. And now J1's beautiful drop kick. And Shawn Michaels now trying to get a breather. And a nice flying forearm right at J1's. Putting J1's down. J1's might have banged his head off the cement there. Because J1's, wait a minute, what is Shawn Michaels doing right here? Shawn Michaels at the top rope to the outside. Beautiful elbow drop to the back of J1's. And now Shawn Michaels tossing J1's back into the ring here. Wait a minute now. Shawn Michaels might be going for that patented elbow drop. Beautiful elbow drop by Shawn Michaels. That'll do it right there. 1, 2. And Shawn Michaels survives J1's with an elbow off the top rope. Let me tell you something right now. Shawn barely survived J1's. J1's got nothing to be ashamed of. But Artie Bucco using his hatred of Shawn Michaels to his advantage against J1's. J1's did not plan for Shawn Michaels. And you got to do your homework when the Heartbreak Kid comes to town. And ladies and gentlemen, up next, we're going to take a look at an upcoming superstar here, going to debut next week on Raw is War. Let's take a look at one Bourbon McJack. I'm very excited for this young man. Let's take a look at Bourbon McJack.
Raise your glass to the broader's might. Whiskey-fueled fists in the dead of night. Save the ring with the drunken attack. All hail the legend of Bourbon McJack.
That's right, Bourbon McJack debuts next week right here on Raw is War, along with Origin. 2 debuts, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. Everybody's joining the LSWA, and you should too. Just join the membership, and we will get you on this roster. But right now, let's get back to the action. Let's get back to the ring. And one Artie Bucco, the world champion of our hearts, as he likes to refer to himself, Artie Butane, is gonna light the fire here tonight on SmackDown, as J Ones has picked his opponent in the Pick Your Poison. And Artie Bucco, here he is. It's the ring right now. Artie Bucco and J Ones cannot stand each other. It's known they have had a long-standing feud for, at this point now, feels like over a decade. But they are going to finally put an end to it at Backlash. I am being told by Adam Pearce, by Nick Aldis, that Artie Bucco and J Ones go one-on-one last man standing. And this will do it. The last one, the last time. J Ones, Artie Bucco, last man standing at Backlash. But right now, Artie Bucco's got to go one-on-one with an opponent of J Ones' choosing. Artie Bucco now, of course, choosing Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Knows that J Ones can't stand him. Knows that J Ones wouldn't have done his homework on Shawn Michaels. And of course, that showed. Shawn Michaels barely getting the W. Surviving J Ones. But now Artie Bucco in the same boat now as J Ones. Let's see who J Ones picked for Artie Bucco. And ladies and gentlemen, J Ones smartly choosing Artie Bucco's mentor. Artie Bucco went to the learning tree, went to the dungeon in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and was taught by the hitman Bret Hart the excellence of execution. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. The current reigning and defending WWF champion, Shawn Michaels, his opponent at Backlash. The hitman Bret Hart now has graced SmackDown with his presence and is going to go one-on-one with his student, with his protege, Artie Bucco, right here live in front of this London crowd. This London crowd can't believe it. They are very excited that they are getting graced with the WWF Champion's presence. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to call this a dream match, if you will. Shawn Michaels versus J Ones. We got treated to that courtesy of Artie Bucco, and now we get treated to Artie Bucco versus Bret the Hitman Hart, courtesy of J Ones. Thanks, boys. We appreciate it. And they lock up here. Like I said, Artie Bucco, the protege of one Bret the Hitman Hart. Of course, Bret the Hitman Hart teaching everything Artie Bucco knows, but not teaching him everything Bret the Hitman Hart knows. And that's going to come into play here. Will experience be the difference? Or will age and speed and quickness, because I will have to give that to Artie Bucco. He's definitely faster than the Hitman. And right now they are just going scientific on you. Right now the London crowd has eaten up all the scientifics by Artie Bucco and Bret the Hitman Hart. Shawn Michaels at Backlash will have an opportunity of a lifetime to fight Bret Hart for the title. Will Bret Hart get there in one piece? He's fighting Artie Bucco one-on-one right now, and Artie Bucco ain't going to take it light on him. As Hitman hits Artie Bucco with a kitchen sink, leveling Artie Bucco, and a beautiful plancha over the rope by the Hitman. Dropping Artie Bucco, and out with the trapezius claw. But Artie Bucco, beautiful reversal into the sweep, dropping the Hitman back onto his head. And now going to work the lower back of Bret the Hitman Hart, and now working a limb here. These are definitely the scientifics that he was taught at the dungeon by the Hitman. And of course the Hart family. Artie Bucco, one of the last survivors of the Hart Dungeon. And now, wait a minute, beautiful Canadian surfboard, Artie Bucco calls it. As he now has Bret the Hitman Hart right where he wants him, putting him into that Dragon Sleeper. But advises against it and lets him go. Maybe doesn't want to hurt the Hitman too much, as the Hitman does have a big-time WWF match at Backlash. And beautiful springboard dropkick by Artie Bucco. Ladies and gentlemen, you are here watching SmackDown on the members only Legend Series 1-2. And a kick out by the Hitman. We appreciate you for being here. We still got a main event next. The pre-roll crew, Tone Bone and Don Curvin, take on Stone Cold Steve Austin and BX Medic. Ladies and gentlemen, Artie Bucco and Bret the Hitman Hart. Beautiful drop kick by Artie Bucco, putting it all on the line. If Artie Bucco can get a W over the WWF champion, you got to ask yourself, will that give him a shot? Wait a minute, beautiful power driver by the Hitman, dropping Artie right on his head. 1, 2, and Artie Bucco kicks out. And now Artie Bucco smartly rolling to the outside, trying to get a breather. And now the Hitman smartly staying on top of him. The Hitman taught him this. When you're in a fight, you stay on top of your opponent. Beautiful drop kick by the Hitman. Artie Bucco's head bouncing off the fucking concrete, and I just cursed. Sorry about that. And now the Hitman waiting. Beautiful suicide dive by the Hitman. Suicide torpedo, tope suicido. I always get that mixed up, ladies and gents. I apologize. And the Hitman now showing Artie Bucco how it's done here in the WWF. You want a shot at the WWF champion? This is the kind of competition you... And the Hitman now putting Artie Bucco into the sharpshooter. The Hitman's got Artie Bucco in the sharpshooter. Artie Bucco's going to tap here. Could Artie Bucco tap right now? Ladies and gentlemen, this SmackDown has been fantastic. Main events top to bottom. Artie Bucco now in bad way. Hitman, beautiful elbow drop off the top rope. 1, 2. And Artie Bucco kicks out. I mean, Shawn Michaels won with an elbow drop. Beautiful drop kick by the Hitman. And now the Hitman calling for Artie Bucco to get back up to his feet. And he dives back at Artie Bucco yet again. Wait a minute here. Sizing Artie Bucco up. Could be going for that pile driver. No, wait a minute. He's going for the sharpshooter again. He's going for the sharpshooter again. Artie Bucco could tap here. He's got it locked in tight. Bret Hart's got the sharpshooter locked in tight. This London crowd's going bananas, but Bret lets the sharpshooter go. Wait a minute now. Maybe wants to beat Artie Bucco via pinfall, not submission. Drops him in a jawbreaker. And now locks up with Artie. But Artie now firing some shots in the midsection here. And now Artie Bucco, what's he going for here? Beautiful snap suplex by the world champ of our hearts, Artie Bucco. Artie Bucco now, beautiful drop kick to the face of the Hitman. And a nice face wash by Artie Bucco, scrapping and scratching the eyes of the Hitman. The Hitman now fires off a couple of shots to Artie Bucco. Artie Bucco now going for that Molly Stroll cradle here. This could do it here. 1. And Bret the Hitman Hart kicks out. Artie Bucco now. Is Artie Bucco going for that brainbuster? That patented brainbuster. Beautiful brainbuster to center for the frog splash. Now he's going for the way. He's going for the count here. 1, 2. This could do it. And Bret the Hitman Hart kicks out, and Artie Bucco in total disbelief. And now, wait a minute. Artie Bucco getting this London crowd fired up. Hitman getting up to his feet. Artie Bucco runs, and the Hitman dives out of the way. Artie Bucco went for it all. That could do it right here. Wait a minute. The Hitman got Irish whip Artie Bucco, but he reverses it into the barricade. Purely instinctive by Artie Bucco. As you can see, he's visibly dazed, eyes glazed over, after he missed that suicide dive and fell right onto the floor. The Hitman now getting up. Artie Bucco very slow to get up, and the Hitman now fires a shot to the midsection here, kick to the stomach. Wait a minute, he's going to go for that patented pile driver. He just dropped Artie again. Artie's face, like I told you, it was glazed over. Wait a minute, 1, 2, and the Hitman Bret Hart picks up a big-time W over Artie Bucco. Artie Bucco might have hurt himself on that dive. His face crashing to the floor, and the Hitman capitalizing with a big-time pile driver. Bret Hart now taking some momentum with him in a backlash as he takes on the Heartbreak Kid one-on-one for the WWF Championship. Artie Bucco and J1's both suffering losses as they head on into Backlash for their last man standing match. But still to come, ladies and gentlemen, your main event. The pre-roll crew takes on BX Matt against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin this morning gave us the finger, which means he's ready to go. We are headed to the ring now, ladies and gentlemen. The action is ready. The pre-roll crew gonna hit the ring right now for your main event of SmackDown. And there they are. The winner earlier, Kitsune, hanging out with her boys, Tone Bone and Don Curvin. Big smile on her face. She just wants to see her men now win. Tone Bone and Don Curvin have a tall order ahead of them. BX Medic debuted a couple of weeks ago, came out in front of this crowd, wanted to let everybody know that he just wants to earn the respect of the locker room, same as J Gonzo. And instead of getting a William Regal or The Rock, he got Don Curvin instead. Tone Bone, of course, engaged in a long-standing feud with one Stone Cold Steve Austin to determine the new #1 contender for the WWF Championship. And speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, here he comes. The Texas Rattlesnake now heading to the ring. Tone Bone and Steve Austin can't stand each other, although Tone Bone really don't like anybody at all. Just put your name there, and I can guarantee you that Tone Bone hates it.
From Victoria, Texas,
but right now,
at 252 pounds,
Stone Cold and BX Medic are in your main event against Don Curvin and Tone Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how Backlash is going to look when Tone Bone and Stone Cold head in there. Nobody, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have not set up a match for what's to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold is here. Oh, wait a minute, here he comes. BX Medic. BX Medic, as I said before, a couple weeks ago, debuts, just wants to win over the WWF audience.
35 pounds.
And instead of getting the opponent that he wanted, winds up with one Don Curvin. That's a good question. BX Medic. Now, is he friends with Stone Cold? I know Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't have many friends here. Well, BX Medic, I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And here we go. Competition starts off fierce between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Tone Bone. Tone Bone now attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like I said, there's no love lost between these two men. Just like there's no love lost between Don Curvin and BX Medic. And speaking of Don Curvin, in comes Don Curvin. Oh, they already going for it right now. 3D. Right on Stone Cold Steve Austin, putting down the Texas Rattlesnake. As Don Curvin now puts the boots to the Rattlesnake. Now Don Curvin puts a big-time knee to Stone Cold Steve Austin's face. Don Curvin also wants a shot at the title here. Tone Bone and Don Curvin both have the same aspirations. Tone Bone made it painfully clear to Don Curvin earlier today that he will claim the mountaintop first. And then once he does so, he will grant Don Curvin a title shot? I mean, nobody really knows what that conversation was about or what it meant. But one thing's for sure, apparently Don Curvin and Tone Bone have an understanding that Tone Bone will get to the mountaintop first. But first, they got a tall order ahead of them. They got to get through Stone Cold and BX right now, and Stone Cold reversing Don Curvin's attacks and throws Don Curvin into the pole. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank you all for joining the membership. Thank you for being a part of this team and this roster. We hope you're enjoying Friday Night SmackDown right now, late night. Of course, this aired live last week. We had too many technical difficulties. And we decided going forward that the storyline-based programming will be a members-only vehicle. As, of course, you can catch the action live public every weekend, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. Right here at 6:05 on the Superstation, live from the Gimmick Factory. And a big-time DDT by Stone Cold Steve Austin on a Don Curvin. That could do it, one. And Curvin kicks out at one. Kitsune firing some advice to her man right there, yelling at Tone Bone in the corner. And Kitsune now screaming over Don Curvin while he's in a bad way as BX now tagged in and works him over with Stone Cold's help. But now Don Curvin uses that as motivation to fire up and get some offense in here now. And now look at Don Curvin now going to work over BX Medic here. Trapezius Claw. Taking the life, sucking the life literally out of BX Medic. And now he's going to go over and tag in the veteran, Tone Bone. And Tone Bone now. Wait a minute. Beautiful springboard crossbody onto BX Medic. Tone Bone now going up. He's waiting now. He's got him set up here for something. And a kick right to the abdomen area. Might have broken a rib or two. You better be careful there. Hopefully BX Medic is all right. BX Medic now gets tossed in the corner. And hammer-fisted by Don Curvin, knocking him down to the apron, to the center of the ring here, I'm sorry. As Tone Bone hits the ropes. And a big-time boot to the face. BX Medic is in a lot of trouble here in your main event of SmackDown. And Tone Bone now strangling him right in the corner, screaming obscenities, and now a punch to the face of BX Medic. I can't repeat what Tone Bone just screamed at BX Medic. Tone Bone, as I said before, the absolute scum of the earth. Irish whip, beautiful leg lariat. As much of a scumbag Tone Bone might be, he is fantastic when the bell rings. Has a fantastic offensive repertoire. Can't hang with the best of them here. Look at this beautiful maneuver by the pre-roll crew. Tone Bone directing Don Curvin. Fantastic tag team maneuvers. These two men work out every day at the training facility at the Gimmick Factory. Beautiful pop-up Samoan drop by Don Curvin puts BX Medic down. BX Medic definitely in trouble here. Stone Cold Steve Austin smartly breaking up the count, saving the match. Don Curvin now tagging back in Tone Bone. Smart tag team maneuvers. Smart tag team wrestling by the pre-roll crew, keeping the fresh man in. As now Tone Bone now going for a beautiful perfect plex. And not locking it in. Not going for a pin as BX Medic now trying to crawl to Stone Cold. And a beautiful leg lariat. Simple Insaguri style drop kick onto Tone Bone. Getting enough time here. And beautiful maneuver by BX now puts Tone Bone down. Gives BX enough time here. And trying to stomp out Tone Bone here. BX now trying to stretch out the arm. He needs to make a tag to Stone Cold. Get the fresh man in, BX. Get Tone Bone now. He's getting Tone Bone back up to his feet now. Going to toss him into the corner. We're going to get some tag team moves. Here comes Stone Cold. And wait a minute. Here's a big time maneuver. I haven't seen this by Stone Cold in quite some time. Beautiful maneuver by the Texas Rattlesnake, and BX Medic displaying fantastic tag team maneuvers. And Stone Cold Steve Austin thinking, telling Tone Bone what he thinks of him, giving him the double birds here. And now Don Curvin breaks it up. Stone Cold Steve Austin now tags back in BX Medic. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the Legend Series members only for the main event of SmackDown. And now BX Medic's got Tone Bone up on the shoulders. Beautiful maneuver. Puts down Tone Bone, the Savage. And wait a minute now. BX Medic walking Tone Bone over to the corner and smashes his head into the turnbuckle. And now, wait a minute, Tombo reverses it into a Scorpion Death Drop. Puts BX Medic down. BX Medic has taken a lot. Wait a minute, he gets a tag into Stone Cold while Tombo stupidly plays to the crowd and gets attacked for his troubles by Stone Cold. And Tombo now dives over to makes the tag to Don Curvin. Tombo now embarrassed by that mistake while he gets a mouthful from Kitsune. And now Stone Cold going for that Stone Cold Stunner, and Don Curvin reverses it. And a shot to the throat. And now Curvin got him in the Compo's Nightmare. Curvin's got Austin in the Compo's Nightmare. He's going to choke out the Texas Rattlesnake. He's going to choke out Austin. Oh no, wait a minute. Austin now firing back elbows. Breaks out of the Compo's Nightmare, luckily. Curvin didn't get it all in. He didn't get it tightly locked up. And beautiful kitchen sink by the Texas Rattlesnake. Knocks over Don Curvin. Curvin gets knocked off the apron by BX Medic. BX Medic now smartly attacking, getting his shot in of Don Curvin. And Austin now using that to his advantage and attacking Curvin. Curvin's in a bad way here. I don't think Curvin. And now, wait a minute, Austin tagging BX Medic after BX Medic asks for a tag. BX Medic wants to be the one to pin Curvin and send Curvin on his merry way. But wait a minute here. Irish whip into the corner. Reversal by Don Curvin. Don Curvin screams to the heavens. He is furious. And wait a minute. Punches BX Medic. BX Medic now bleeding. He is a mess right now. And Tombo now running. And Code Breaker. Tombo now. Wait a minute. That could do it here. Austin smartly breaks it up. I don't know how much BX Medic has left in the tank here. The pre-roll crew has really worked him over. He is busted open. Even Kitsune was checking on him just now. She's a little worried about BX Medic. And now Tombo with the Luthes press now firing off close fist shots to the open wound of BX Medic. Tombo yelling obscenities at Kitsune to don't check on BX Medic. She just has a heart, goddammit. Tombo, beautiful cross body. And now goes for a cover here. 1, 2. And wait a minute. I thought that was it. Tombo's in complete shock. BX Medic completely acting on instinct and kicking out. What a main event here on SmackDown. BX Medic now offense of his own. Does he have enough here? Kinshasa. Oh my goodness. He's going to go for it, but Don Curvin now breaks it up. Oh my God, that could have done it. He just hit the Kinshasa on the toe bone. And now tell Tombo to get him again and kick right to the chest. Oh, wait a minute now, locking up. And now Stone Cold's got Tombo on the outside. Tombo now attacking Don Curvin. Is this going to be the way that Stone Cold gets the victory via countout? Stone Cold going to add insult to injury and get Tombo. This whole thing started via countout a couple of weeks ago between Tombo and Austin. And now Tombo now attacking Stone Cold. Is this going to end in a countout? We hope not. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Aldis is telling me that there's got to be a winner here. And now Tombo bringing Austin back into the ring here. Tombo now calling Austin back up. He might be going for that patented springboard clothesline. And yes, he is. Drops Austin down. And now Tombo playing to this audience. Yelling, jaw-jacking with the London, with the LSWA faithful. And now Tombo forearm. BX Medic now getting a tag in, and I don't think he should have. BX Medic still a lot of damage done here. Tags in Don Curvin. Don Curvin now kicks to the chest. And wait a minute now, going for that bud drop, they call it. And Austin breaking it up. Tombo says you don't want to get hit with the 420-ounce bud drop. That's where Tombo drops Don Curvin onto you. And big time knee by BX Medic. BX Medic now, wait a minute. BX Medic now got him up on his shoulders. He's going to go big time neck breaker. He's going to wait a minute. Tombone now watching in horror as Don Curvin now is in bad shape. Don Curvin back up. Beautiful maneuver. This could do it. This could do it. BX Medic is not done with Don Curvin. That was a bad move by BX Medic. He should have went for that cover when he had the opportunity here. I think now he's just adding insult to injury, and I think that might come back to bite him in the ass here. BX Medic now calling Don Curvin to get him back to his feet. It's not smart here. And a knee to the face, dropping Don Curvin. The hatred he has for Don Curvin. Wait a minute, in comes Tombone now. Kicks the ref in the back of the head and drops. Tombone now breaking up the cover here. And now wait a minute, now BX Medic puts Don Curvin into the corner on the turnbuckle. He might have busted him open. And now he's breaking the rules here while the ref is down. Screwed. Austin's yelling at him. Choked the life out of him. But Don Curvin now furious by that. And now he's getting angry now. Tosses BX Medic into the corner. The ref now back up to his feet. Wait a minute. Now Tombone screams out 420. What the hell does this mean? Does this mean we're going to get that 420 butt drop? Here we go. 420 outs. Oh my goodness. Look at the power display. Drops Don Curvin. Right on BX, who's coughing his lungs up. Wait a minute. 1, 2. And that'll do it. Tombone and the pre-roll crew get the hell out of here with a big-time W on BX Medic. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, 420 butt drop. The pre-roll crew successful here on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, what an event, what a match, what a main event. Tombone, Don Curvin get a victory. What's going to come next week on Monday Night Raw? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's next week. We want to thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining the membership. We appreciate you. If you want to join the ranks, please hit the join button. Join the membership. Tell Tony you want to be a part of the LSWA, and he will get you on this roster right away. Join us every Sunday, 6:05 on the Superstation, when we bring you Sunday Evening Slam live from the Gimmick Factory. Until then, this is SmackDown. This is the LSWA. We're heading over to WCW Thunder. I am Tony Styles. I'm going to run across the street and call WCW right now. Until then, I will see you soon. Good night.